Gotta keep going. We have a lot in our show.
I know.
Hey, if you're just tuning in, this is Anthony's last show of the entire year. He's got a lot to talk about. We got a lot to design before he comes back in January. And now we're gonna wrap up the show with the dress I'm wearing. And I told him this privately. And whatever we say privately, normally we don't repeat on the air, but in this case, I will. I said, this is by far, and I thought one of your other dresses were one of my favorites.
Yeah, the overlay.
The overlay, I loved that one. But this is by far my favorite dress you've ever made.
Thank you.
There is something so wildly sophisticated and yet at the same time crazy easy comfortable.
Thank you.
Like this is to me a work of art. I think it's so beautiful. Now the black is almost completely sold out. Yeah, so there's 30 in medium if you want to wear the color I have.
Oh, wow.
But if we don't have your size in black, or if we don't have your size in the black,
get the midnight.
Honestly switch to any of the other colors.
Yeah, midnight or the Merlot.
All the other colors you're gonna see, we have the sizes. So there you're seeing the royal, then we have a Merlot, and I love the charcoal. If you really still wanna go for a neutral, I would go for the charcoal if you can't get the black.
Because then you could do a black shoe with this, you can put the black in a marcasite handbag with it.
Oh, beautiful.
You can really play this up. And Heidi has so many rainbow marcasite pieces, Art Deco pieces that would look great with this.
Yeah, it would look perfect. So again, here's the royal blue. This is the midnight blue, so you can see the two blues on my side.
And this is more Princess Kate, and this is probably Duchess Meghan.
That's true.
It's like this is Kate and this is Meghan.
She's a little more conservative.
Yeah.
Meghan's a little sassier.
Yeah, the royal.
Yeah. That's so true. Actually, you do see this color a lot in royalty.
Yeah, royalty. I love this shade.
This blue. Yeah.
I love it. I think it's a great. It's a painterly blue.
Yes.
You go to the portrait gallery, you see that color throughout, like the backgrounds of the portraits, that blue.
That
so
kind
pretty.
of blue. Okay, so talk about this.
Well, you know, I tell you, I did a dress for a very lovely lady about 3 years ago, and she wanted a cape gown. And I really never thought about cape dresses until I did this dress for Faye. And she says, you know, Mark, capes are great. You should try them. And when we did the first fitting for her, we did it as a short, even though it was a gown, because we just wanted to get the proportion. And it was like this shape. And she says, I'm buying the muslin. So she bought the Miss Faye bought the muslin. I said, Miss Faye, it's a prototype. You can't wear this. She goes, yes, you can wear this.
Stop it, that's hysterical.
Annie, who works with me, Annie was laughing. She goes, she wants to wear the prototype. So we fixed it up. It's a true story. We fixed it up. We dolled it up. And it was that pretty because we did it in knit and it had such movement to it.
Oh my gosh.
But that's the first time I ever thought about a cape dress was Mrs. Faye.
Well, and the first time I saw one, it was, again, this is kind of a style that was so classic and beautiful back in the day, right? But we had a CEO, she's now the head of Weight Watchers, Mindy Grossman, and she was wearing this beautiful, I'll never forget, it was a beautiful white cape jacket. It was a jacket. The problem was the material was all stiff and she couldn't raise her arms very high because when she'd raise her arms, the whole jacket would just slide up with her. So I thought, man, and I'm sure it was like a $3,000 jacket. I'm positive it was a very expensive designer jacket. And I thought, great jacket. What a cool, really, it's literally, I'll never forget seeing her in it. That's how impressive the style is, right? But I thought, she can't raise her arms very high. How do you drive in a car? Your shoulders are up to here, right?
Oh, honey, let's dance. Where you going?
And my jacket's all up on my head. So this to me is just such an easy breezy way to look wildly sophisticated.
Exactly.
And girls, if you've got an event coming up, maybe it's New Year's Eve, maybe it's a wedding, maybe it's some kind of special occasion you're going to, maybe it's for church, just grab one of these. If you can do more than one, fine, but just try one, and I'm telling you, you'll walk into any room and absolutely capture everyone's attention.
Absolutely. I tell women all the time, I've been doing dresses for over 27 years. I started with a big box store doing dresses for the Morgan Tabernacle Choir. And I'll tell you, say yes to the dress. A dress is a no-brainer. One of my first assignments was dressing the Mormon Tabernacle Choir. There's like over 400 women. The entire choir? The entire choir, because the store I worked for was one of their sponsors. Oh, okay. So they said, Anthony, we want you to do a dress. And Kim Isaacson, who's on the network, who does Clever, her company made the dress. No way. She was with the company that did private label for this big box store that I designed for. I was an in-house designer. And I'll never forget the fitting. There were like 300 women, all shapes and sizes, saying, well, I don't know, and I don't know. And then when they looked themselves in the mirror, they said, oh, this does work. It works. Oh my gosh. So a dress is a no-brainer. It's an easy moment. It's everyone's on the same level. You can just put your ears on your shoes, you're out the door. And that was their requirement for women in that choir was to wear a dress. Because there was no fussing, and nobody could leave a piece at home. Right. I forgot my pant, I forgot my top. Yeah, right. Oh no, once the dress is on, you got everything. You got everything. All right, the royal blue. We're gonna start losing colors in the royal blue. The black is sold out, or not colors, but sizes, yes, thank you. The black's totally sold out, so sorry, that's not an option. The royal blue is the next to go in sizing. If you're like, darn, I really wanted the black,
look at the Merlot.
Oh,
It is so pretty. Think gold jewelry with this. Think hematite jewelry, any of your Heidi pieces. I think the charcoal gray is magnificent. So you're still, whatever color you pick, you're gonna have that drama moment wearing it.
Yes. And it's so easy to travel with.
Oh my gosh, you could ball it up and take it to the most, you could wear this to the most important thing you've ever been to in your life. Like, I don't care. It could be, if you get to go to a red carpet, I've never been to one, but if you get to, you could rock. Can you imagine, I could see a Hollywood star wearing this on a red carpet, a little clutch in her hand, and they would be taking, because it's so everybody would be dying to get this dress.
Absolutely. And you know, and my favorite thing is going back to your class reunion. And you really want to show those girls or those guys that were like, look at me now.
Hello.
Look at me now.
Or you were saying earlier, if you just go to church in it.
Yes.
You know, that is, it's clearly a showstopper.
And what I love about Baptist churches, you have to go up and put your money in an offering at some of them. So if you're paying your tithes and you have to march up the aisle with that dress on, everyone, you're just killing it, you know?
That's right.
It is a fashion show in a way, you know? And it's fun.
Totally.
It's a fun fashion show.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Can you imagine? She gets up, they go, oh, here comes the Cape Crusader.
Look at her. You're saving the day.
Saving
the church.
Yes, save the church.
All right, so we've got the royal blue. We have this beautiful midnight blue. We've got the charcoal. We have the Merlot. Those are the 4 colors. This is how many we've sold in just the show. Almost 2,000 have now been ordered. And here's what I'm going to say. The black's gone. So these are on their way to selling out. If you buy it right now and you think, oh my gosh, that's right, I've got that one event coming up. I don't care if it's in the spring or summer.
Right.
It could be a beautiful afternoon wedding on a Saturday.
Exactly.
And you're wearing their Merlot or that charcoal or either one of the blue colors. Get it now, but I'm telling you, the minute you put it on, you're going to find reasons to wear it.
You know what's so annoying? It's like these weddings, they just pop up.
Oh, yeah.
All of a sudden, everybody's getting married.
Or you know what happens? You wait too long.
You wait too long.
You go, oh, I know I've got a wedding next July.
Yes.
I'll find something closer to the wedding.
And then after holiday, nothing's in the store.
Right.
They don't have no holiday wear.
Nothing
After
good
New
looking.
Year's, everything's picked over.
Right.
And they didn't bring in the Mother's Day stuff and it's all florally or what, you know, it's just not.
It's not sophisticated.
Not sophisticated.
Yes. This girl's, again, think ahead a little bit. If you've got a graduation to go to, if you know you've got an anniversary party coming up, as you said, maybe
or awards dinner for your job. You're being awarded. There's so many award dinners now for sales goals, and and I didn't know nurses, they get awards. So they're like the best nurse in the nurse department. They have an event and they have to get dressed up.
Really?
Yeah.
That's lovely. And by the way, in the Royal, which is the one I have, we're down to less than 200 left. So this is going to be gone next. The black's already sold out. I would encourage you to, if you're looking at this and you're saying, yeah, this is a showstopper. This is a piece that makes you feel magnificent when you walk into a room. And at the same time, wildly comfortable.
Exactly.
You can eat, you can dance, you
and
can
no
have
creasing.
fun.
And how many times you go to a wedding and you're wearing satin or you're wearing any of these wonderful brocades.
And you stand up and it's one big accordion.
Exactly, exactly. Or if you're wearing like a sequin gown, half the beads are on the floor and you're like, oh Lord.
They're on the seat.
Dolly Parton was on TV the other day. She goes, oh, they call them my Dolly glitter, my Dolly glitter. Because they were showing her costumes. I was like, oh, I want to see what Dolly Parton wears.
Right.
And she goes, oh yeah, there's a Dolly bead, there's a Dolly bead there, there's a Dolly bead.
Trailing after
Trailing
her.
everywhere. And they collect them at the end of the show of her concert and they give them back to her. Here's your beads.
That's funny.
But it's okay for Dolly Parton because you got to sew it in and sew it back on.
Someone's going to sew it back on. Now there's the rest of us.
Right.
Here's the thing, too. I think there are those circumstances where you do want to walk into a room, look really sophisticated. You don't have a big budget. This is your dress. It really is. I mean, I'm telling you, you could be a CEO or you could be whatever. I don't care what job you do or what lifestyle you have. This dress is going to be a standout. And you don't have to spend a fortune to really look like you're wearing couture. To me, this is extremely couture.
And it's understandable for all people, all ages,
all shapes.
All shapes, all backgrounds, every woman in the U.S. should own a Superwoman dress. Just say yes to the dress.
Yeah, this is it. This is the one. And Anthony only did this one time a year ago, and it completely sold out, and then he brought it back in, this version, in different colors.
And we almost didn't get it for this delivery, so we're really...
Really?
Oh, the elves were working overtime.
Were they really? Okay, the length on it's 38 inches. Now, I'm about 5'6½", so it lands just below my knee. On some of our taller models, you're gonna see it's gonna hit above the knee or at the knee. So I think you're gonna be super comfortable no matter what height you are with this length.
Absolutely, and you could just have so much fun with this. And girls, I'm telling you, walk into the room, have your Heidi Daus pieces on, you will just set the night to music. And all eyes will be on you. If you go to a wedding, I feel sorry for that bride.
No kidding.
That bride's gonna be nobody.
Well, let's see.
I hate to say it like that, but really.
You know what would be beautiful? If you're the mother of the bride or the groom and you're wearing this stunning gray.
Oh, yes.
I mean, that's just the perfect
That's the only way they can really get away, right? Instead of being a wedding crasher.
Yeah, totally, yeah.
But sometimes you just have to do that. Sometimes you just say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anthony just... It's blame Antthony.
Yeah,
As they
blame
say,
him.
blame me.
Yeah.
But I tell you, get it. Just have fun.
yeah.
Mother's Day.
For Mother's Day.
Mother's Day. They have at my mom's church a rainbow tea. This would be lovely for a rainbow tea.
How cute is
And
that? I've never heard of a rainbow tea.
Rainbow tea would be so lovely.
Oh, that would be any tea.
Yeah, any tea. High tea would be lovely. Or like you said, the mother of the bride or the mother of the groom.
Yeah.
How lovely.
Well, how many do you have to go to conventions? And usually you go out in the evening if you're at a convention with clients or potential customers. You walk into a restaurant on this, I mean, they're going to take you seriously. They really are. And you don't, you know, to look wildly sophisticated, I love it that Antthony took a very high-end couture look. This is as high-end couture as it gets.
Yes.
And made it so affordable and so comfortable and wearer-friendly. Because a lot of times when you see these caped looks, like the one I was talking about earlier, sure, it cost her $3,000 to buy the jacket. She couldn't move her arms. It was ridiculous, but it was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was one of those drop-dead moments, and she knew it too.
but
She
there's
knew she was rocking that jacket.
But it's something about, like in our favorite show, The Marvelous Mrs. You Know Who, when she's walking in that A-line coat in the first episode, there's something about how youthful and twirly and innocent you feel when you have that fabric behind you.
It's the fabric moving and you're walking along and there's just something. And again, it's got that drama. It's
you
the
should
drama
go with the
we want.
models.
Should I go over? Should I do the
we
walk?
want to see you in action.
I even have a whole I even have 2 mic packs back here on my back that are always popping out. It looks like I got a hump back and you can't even see them.
Look how beautiful you look in that dress.
Here we go. I'm just doing my Mrs. Marvelous Marvel. Maisel.
I mean, this is a lovely dress.
I love that
on
show.
you.
Do you love that show?
I love
The
that
fashions are insane.
Yeah.
It's The Marvelous Mrs. Mabel.
I love that show.
Amazon Prime, I'm just saying. Okay, don't stop watching us to go look now. Just stay with us.
Stay here.
Do it later, and then you'll binge watch it, so you don't want to waste your time, because it's a big time waster, because it's fabulous, but the fashions are great.
The fashions are amazing.
But anyway, look how fantastic this is. And you know what's fun? Your departure.
Yes.
Like when you're leaving the room, you're like, boom.
And everyone's gonna stop you. Wait, go, Suzanne, please stay a little bit longer. You know, your husband's saying, come on, honey, we gotta go.
I'm tired.
Gotta
go to bed.
Right. But I really love this on you. It's so lovely.
Oh, I just think you've absolutely outdone yourself.
And I love the shoe they put with it.
Isn't that fun, too? This is a, here, I gotta borrow your arm. Is it? It is. You're
It's
you're
so
right.
pretty with the little
pretty?
glitz
A little
on it.
sparkly on it too. So again, think a little bit farther ahead, because this is 4-season dressing.
Absolutely.
You know, you can absolutely wear this any time of the year. So if you've got a wedding coming up this summer, don't wait until 2 weeks or a week before the wedding, and then you're just stuck with scraps. And that's a oh, I love that. You know, I think that makes it a little more casual looking.
Belted.
When you see if you wore it to an office.
Yeah, high boot, belted.
Yeah, so it's just so high fashion.
Yeah.
Like you could see somebody in a fashion office in New Yor City totally wearing this look.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Or like, you know, like an executive VP or merchandise manager or the director of a level in an IT company.
Yeah.
I mean, this would be perfect. You walk in, business.
Yeah, and so
It's
I'm
like
done.
small. Oh, no, like Little, the movie Little. Remember Little? She said, I'm the boss, but you're little.
Okay, in the royal blue, if you want the royal blue, this is almost gone. We only have 130 left.
Oh my God.
The black's sold out, guys, so that's not available. Here's the Merlot. I love that blue.
Isn't this beautiful? And look at the necklace.
Look, so elegant.
That
Is that
necklace.
Heidi piece?
Yeah, look how pretty. I think it was Heidi's TS, right?
That's Heidi,
she got a couple of those and you can layer them. Look how pretty that is with Heidi's. And look at the shoe. She has your sister.
Yeah, oh, that's right.
Hey, sisters. You guys just stand next to each other.
Okay, but look,
Sisters.
that's a perfect blue with your dress, too. There we go, see? These are, what did you say, Charles Planner.
Charles
Charles,
Planner.
here we go. What is
Charles
it?
David.
Oh, Charles David.
Charles David.
Oh, sorry, Charles David. There we go. All right, and they're available, so go online.
And they're not a high heel. I like the kitten heel. It's very retro.
Nice? Yes.
I love that heel.
They're really doable. They're very easy.
Heidi and Charles David and Antthony.
And Antthony all together.
Yeah, all together.
On Susie.
Yes. Susie. I love it.
And then again, I want to go over if you just don't miss out on the Merlot and the charcoal as well, because again, any color, it doesn't really matter.
It really doesn't.
They all look great on everybody. They fit your body. They stretch like crazy.
Yeah.
It's so neat to have a dress that makes you feel so special, and it's not binding, it's not clingy.
No.
A lot of times when you go to this kind of a level or look, there really are uncomfortable dresses.
Or they have so much stuff on them that they become dated or they become one season. Like they have lace or they have spangles, they have big buttons or they have bows. They just have so much going on that you can't recycle it and people remember it. Whereas this, you can really float it. You can float it around. No shoulder pads. Yeah.
Right? Yeah. And
I
you know
love
what
this
I like
neckline.
Too is
Very Jackie O.
And I love the coverage. So your arms show, you can move, you can drive, you can pick up a kid on your hip if you have to. But I love that you give our coverage back here without it being confining.
Yeah.
Because when anybody does this, then this becomes a problem. If it's a really stiff fabric, you can't raise your arms, you can't live life.
Exactly.
It can't rain. As a queen.
Yeah, that's right.
All right, all about Eve. But I love this color. And I love all these souffles and the Merlots. They say souffle, paprika, all those souffle tones are in right now.
Yeah.
But when you bounce them with the Merlot, it really looks lovely.
It's just gorgeous.
Yeah,
and then you could do a high shaft boot we're showing here. You can go a little more casual if you want to. You can wear a simple, really clean,
or the
gorgeous
little granny boot.
I love the granny boot and the sparkle.
Like,
that looks so pretty on
Isn't it pretty in the granny boot?
Oh, it's gorgeous. And notice too, all of us, God bless us, we're all different shapes, different sizes, and every single woman out here looks fantastic in this dress. It doesn't matter how big or small the girls are, it conforms to whatever your girl's size is. It's just...
And then when you sit down, you can sit down and breathe. How many dresses, and I've done a lot of MOB, Mother of the Bride or Mother of the Groom, and she can't sit down.
Right.
The whole night she's standing up like this. Right, in her shapewear. This, you can sit down, you can have a proper conversation, not have to, you know?
Well, and there's nothing that ruins a great night more than an uncomfortable outfit.
Right, and uncomfortable shoes.
Yes, both of those. Yeah.
I had this teacher once, she goes, if your shoes are too tight, you're ugly.
Wow.
Professor Nina Curtis, she said, if your shoes are too tight, you're ugly because it shows all in the face.
Yeah,
that was an
right.
etiquette class I took. She goes, don't you ever put yourself in tight shoes because you're gonna look ugly. You're gonna be like, it's true. You'll be like,
You do it, or you hobble, and you're like, I'm so uncomfortable, or you can't wait to take them off.
Every singer always breaks in their shoes before they go on stage in them.
Oh, yeah,
every
that's
singer,
true. Yeah.
Every singer. They wear them around the house for weeks.
Yeah. All right, guys, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap it up, though. I've got about 40 seconds left. The royal blue is almost gone, so if you want that pretty royal, what we're gonna have remaining will be the charcoal, the Merlot, and this beautiful midnight blue. And again, oh my gosh, if you're mother or bride or the auntie of the groom or whatever, it's such a great dress. Yeah. I'm so excited you guys are trying it, and just go. I'm wearing a medium. Are you guys all wearing your normal sizes? So no size fooling around here. Just get whatever size you normally wear with us. It is fantastic. So unfortunately, we have to wrap up our 2 hours. Thank you. Happy holidays. We love you.
Happy holidays to you too. I love you too.
Thank you,
I'm
darling.
back January 20th.